Hey everybody, what's up? Tim here with this week's Faith on Fire post. Hope you are awesome and crushing it and watching God show up in your life in an amazing way. Title for today's shoot is Find Perfect Peace. And this comes to us from the scripture that says, when we have our mind fixed on Him, we will be in perfect peace. And I'm reminded of the great Formula One driver, Ayrton Senna, who's one of the best drivers ever, 3 world championships, probably on par with Sebastian Vettel or Lewis Hamilton or Niki Lauda. He was one of the best. And he said, when God is on your side, everything becomes clear. And think about it. This is a guy who pushed the limits. This is a guy who risked his life every single time he got in the race car. And he pushed himself and he pushed it to the limit. But he said, at the end of the day, God needs to be your focus because that clarifies things. What Senna did was he had a God-centered mentality. His mind was focused on God. God was his priority, and he practiced his presence. And he knew that by practicing the presence of God, by thinking about him, by having him on his mind, by being committed to him, he would be in peace and everything would become clear. Do you have a God-centered focus? Or are you struggling with something in your life today? Are you struggling with a fear or a worry or something in your relationships or your finances? Because the Word tells us that when we fix our mind on Him, we find peace. So how do you do that? Well, when the anxiety comes up, you just turn your focus to the Father. And you think about His love, and you think about His goodness, and you think about all the times He helped you overcome, and all the times He's been there. And you just see yourself at His throne, just embracing Him and being loved by Him. And every time those thoughts come, you turn your mind back to God. Because when you focus on Him, when your mind is fixed on Him, you will find peace. There is no fear in love, and God is love. He's ultimate love. So keep bringing your mind back to Him. Bring your mind back to His goodness and His love and His mercy and for what He did for you and all of His promises. And just think about Him and contemplate it on Him and turn your mind back to God. And as soon as those thoughts come, turn your mind back to God again and again and again. Begin to practice His presence. And the more you practice His presence, the more you'll find yourself in peace. And as the Word says, when we fix our mind on Him, fix it being we set it, we're unmovable, we're unshakable. Doesn't matter what the circumstance looks like, doesn't matter what people say, what the voices say in our minds, we are focused on Him. When you find your mind fixed on Him and you are embraced in the ultimate love, there is no fear, there is no worry, there is no anxiety, and you become an overcomer. You are able to step into your destiny, and you are able to become all that He has promised that you can be. So set your mind on Him and be in perfect peace. Like Ayrton Senna, have a God-focused mentality, have a God-focused consciousness, and you will move into a peace, into a love, into a goodness that you can't possibly begin to understand, but will sustain you through every situation and will propel you into the greatness that God has in store for you. So this is Tim with today's Faith on Fire. Thanks for watching. I'll talk to you soon.